When anxiety is pulling your attention in every direction, you don't need to chase every thought to feel steadier. This short grounding practice uses simple body and sensory awareness to give your attention somewhere solid to land. Subscribe to Sleep State Meditation so a calm reset is close whenever stress starts building. From here, simply listen and let the session set the pace. Your mind won't stop right now. It keeps jumping faster than you can keep up, and your body feels it. Tight chest, restless energy, like something is wrong even when nothing is happening. And if that feels familiar, you're exactly where you need to be. And right now, nothing needs to be solved, nothing needs to be figured out. You can pause everything just for these next few minutes. Just notice where your body is making contact, feet, hands, or the surface beneath you. And before anything else shifts, there's a simple change already beginning. Not in your thoughts, but lower, quieter, in the way your chest is holding or starting to release, even slightly. You don't need to control what your mind is doing, because the body can begin regulating before the mind agrees. And that's already starting now. Bring attention to your breathing without adjusting it yet, just noticing the inhale as it arrives and the exhale as it leaves. And on the next breath, let the inhale come in through the nose, steady, not deep, just enough. And then let the exhale leave slower than it arrived, longer, without forcing it. And as that longer exhale finishes, the body registers that it can settle slightly. Again, inhale arriving, normal, unforced, and exhale leaving, extended just a little longer. And with that longer release, there's already less urgency moving through the system. You might still feel the thoughts trying to continue, but they don't have the same pressure behind them now, because the body is no longer feeding them at the same level. Another inhale, steady, quiet, and the exhale again, longer, smoother. And right there, at the end of that exhale, there's a brief pause where nothing is pushing forward. That pause matters, not because it stops anything, but because it shows the system what no urgency actually feels like. And your body can recognize that, even if your mind is still catching up. So let the next inhale come in without effort, and let the exhale lengthen again, naturally. And as that continues, your shoulders may already be lowering slightly, not because you're trying to relax them, but because the signal to stay tense is starting to drop. You don't need to chase calm. You can let your body drop into it without doing anything to get there. You don't need to get rid of anything. This is just a gradual reduction in pressure happening on its own. Notice your jaw for a moment. If it's held even slightly, let it loosen just enough to stop gripping. Not fully relaxed, just no longer engaged. And that small release sends a signal upward and downward at the same time, telling the system it can begin standing down. Inhale again, steady. Exhale, longer, more complete. And with that exhale, your chest doesn't need to hold as tightly. Nothing here needs to be fixed in one step. This is happening layer by layer, breath by breath. And the thoughts, even if they're still present, are starting to lose their forward momentum because they're no longer being pushed by the same physical urgency. Notice that shift, even if it's small, that slight reduction in pressure, that slight widening of space between thoughts. Inhale arrives without needing to be controlled. Exhale leaves longer again. And right at the end of that exhale, the body settles a little further. This is how the loop starts to break. Not by stopping thoughts directly, but by removing the urgency that keeps them cycling. And that urgency is already decreasing, even if your mind hasn't fully noticed yet. So let the breathing continue like this. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer, more complete. And as that rhythm repeats, your nervous system begins to stabilize. Not suddenly, but clearly, with each cycle reinforcing the next. And as your body starts to recognize this pattern, it becomes easier each time you come back to it. Your body is no longer preparing for something. It's starting to recognize that nothing is required right now. And that recognition is what allows everything to begin settling at a deeper level. Stay here, just following that simple rhythm. Inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer. And each time that longer exhale completes, the system resets just a little more. You're not trying to calm down. You're allowing the body to regulate, and it already knows how to do that. And this state will be here again anytime you return to this breathing. Your body already remembers how to come back to this. And you may already notice this isn't hitting you the same way now. There's still movement in the mind, but less pressure pushing it forward. Not because everything is gone, but because your body is beginning to stop bracing against it the same way. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, quiet, unforced, and the exhale leaving, longer, smoother, more complete. And with that longer release, the body shifts further out of that heightened state. Not all at once, but in a way that continues building with each breath. Another inhale enters, steady, and the exhale leaves again, extended. And right after that exhale, there's a moment where nothing is pushing forward. That moment is where the pressure drops, even if only slightly. And as this continues, your chest may already feel less compressed. Not completely open, but no longer gripping the same way. And your breathing doesn't need to be controlled. It's starting to regulate itself now. Inhale arrives, naturally. Exhale leaves, longer again. And each time that longer exhale completes, the signal of urgency reduces further. Your system is no longer accelerating. It's leveling out. You might still notice thoughts attempting to return to the same loop, but they don't land the same way anymore. They pass through with less force, because the body is no longer reinforcing them. Notice your shoulders again. If they've lifted at all, let them drop just enough to stop holding. Not forcing them down, just removing the effort from keeping them up. And that release continues the same pattern. Less holding, less pressure. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer. And as that exhale finishes, your body settles again, slightly deeper into stability. This is not about getting somewhere perfect. It's about letting the body come down without needing to monitor each step. And those signals are already reducing. Notice your hands, whether they're resting or slightly tense. Let the fingers soften just enough to stop gripping, and that small change travels through the arms, into the shoulders, and reinforces the same message again. Nothing needs to be held right now. Breathing continues. Inhale, quiet. Exhale, longer, more complete. And with that longer release, the nervous system stabilizes further. Your heart rate may already be slowing slightly. Not dramatically, but enough for the body to register the change. And that change builds with repetition. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, there's less to react to internally, because the system isn't interpreting the same level of threat. And without that interpretation, the loop begins to lose structure. Thoughts may still appear, but they don't connect as tightly. They don't build the same chain. And that's where space begins to open. Not forced, not created by effort, but emerging naturally. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer. And each time that pattern repeats, the system reinforces stability. Notice your throat area. If there's any tightness there, let it soften slightly, just enough to remove the sense of holding. And as that releases, breathing becomes even more natural, less restricted, more consistent. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer exhale, there's a deeper settling response beginning. Your system is no longer in that same reactive state. It's transitioning into regulation, and this pattern can become familiar quickly. So each time you return to it, your body recognizes the way back faster, without needing effort, without needing control. Just this steady rhythm. Inhale, exhale, longer. And with each cycle, less urgency remains in the body. And less urgency means less fuel for the thoughts to keep looping. So you don't need to stop the thoughts directly. They're already losing the support that keeps them going. And the more often your body feels this kind of release, the more easily it remembers that calm is something it can return to. Just continue here, following the same pattern. Inhale arriving, steady. Exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And letting the system continue stabilizing on its own. And you may already feel this has started to loosen its grip on you. The spiral may still be there at the edges, but it's no longer pulling you in with the same force. Not because everything in the mind is gone, but because your body is no longer reacting as if every thought needs an answer right now. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, even, consistent. And the exhale leaving, longer, smoother, more complete. And with that longer release, the body registers safety more clearly, not as an idea, but as a physical state. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Longer, without interruption. And after that exhale, the system pauses, not frozen, just not accelerating. And that absence of acceleration is what allows everything to keep settling. Notice your breathing now. It may already feel more even, less sharp on the inhale, less urgent on the exhale. And that change is not something you're forcing. It's something your body is maintaining. Inhale arrives. Steady. Exhale leaves. Longer again. And each time that longer exhale completes, there's a deeper level of regulation beginning. Your heart rhythm follows that pattern, slowing slightly, not dramatically, but enough to shift the internal state. And as that rhythm stabilizes, your body no longer signals urgency in the same way, which means the thoughts have less to react to. They may still appear, but they don't connect as quickly. They don't escalate in the same sequence. And that creates space, right where the loop used to tighten. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer, more complete. And with that release, the body settles again. Notice your abdomen. If it's been holding tension, let it soften slightly, not fully relaxed, just no longer braced. And that release reduces internal pressure further. Your system is no longer preparing for immediate action. It's easing into a steadier state, one it doesn't need to manage so closely now. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves. Longer again. And that longer exhale continues to signal that nothing needs to be handled right now. And your body responds to that signal. Without needing your mind to confirm it, notice how your face feels. The muscles around the eyes, if there's any tightness there, let it ease slightly. And that small release reduces the overall alertness in the system. Less scanning, less checking. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer. And as that continues, the body begins to recognize this as something familiar now, something it can return to more easily each time you come back here. Your breathing is now more consistent, your chest less restricted, and your system less reactive overall. Thoughts may still pass through, but they're no longer driving the experience. They're background, not the main signal. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer, more complete. And that longer exhale continues to reinforce the same message again. No urgency, no immediate demand. And without urgency, the loop cannot sustain itself. So it begins to slow, not abruptly, but consistently. Notice the overall pace inside your system now, compared to when this started. Less sharp, less compressed, and more spread out. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer again. And as that pattern continues, your nervous system stabilizes further. No sudden shifts, no spikes returning, just steady regulation, and that steadiness is what keeps everything grounded here. And each time your body feels this kind of steady release, it becomes easier to trust the way back into it. Stay with that. This same consistent rhythm, inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue settling on its own. And you may already notice this feels different than it did just moments ago. Your body isn't reacting the same way anymore, even if the thoughts haven't fully stopped, not because everything is stopped, but because your body is no longer reacting as if it needs to keep you on alert. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, stable, even, and the exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your body settles into a steadier rhythm, one that continues on its own, without needing to be managed. Not something you're holding in place, but something that's holding itself. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, the system remains steady. No surge returning, no upward push forming, just that same level of calm, continuing. Notice your chest now, how it's moving with less restriction, not fully open, but no longer tightening the same way. And that change allows breathing to stay consistent, without needing to adjust it. Inhale arrives, steady, exhale leaves, longer again. And with each longer exhale, your nervous system reinforces the same pattern. Steady, regulated. Your heart rhythm follows that pattern, remaining even, not accelerating, not reacting. And as that steadiness holds, your internal state becomes more predictable, and predictability reduces the need to monitor. Notice your breathing again, how it's now maintaining a consistent pace, without sharp changes, without sudden adjustments. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And after that exhale, there's no immediate reaction forming, no quick return to urgency, just that same steady state continuing. Your thoughts may still appear, but they're no longer driving any physical response. They don't trigger the same reaction. They don't accelerate the system. And without that reaction, they pass through more easily. Notice your neck and throat. If there's any remaining tightness, let it release slightly, just enough to remove the holding pattern. And that release continues the same signal. Nothing needs to be braced. Inhale arrives, steady, exhale leaves, longer again. And with that longer exhale, the system remains grounded, not dropping further, not rising again, just maintaining this level. And that consistency is what allows everything to stay stable. Your body now recognizes this state as something familiar, something it can return to again without needing to start from the beginning. Not temporary, not something that will suddenly change, but something that can continue. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer, more complete. And each time that pattern repeats, the system reinforces the same stability. No new signals rising, no new urgency forming, just the same steady regulation. Notice your arms and hands again, how they're resting without needing to adjust, without needing to move, and that stillness supports the same state throughout the body. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains in place. No shifting upward, no return to that earlier pressure. Just steady, consistent. Your system is no longer reacting. It's maintaining, and maintaining requires less energy, less effort, which allows everything to stay grounded. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer. And with that longer release, the body continues holding this stable state. No urgency returning, no pressure building, just this steady rhythm. And the more your body experiences this steady state, the more natural it becomes to return here whenever you need it. Stay here with this steady pattern. Inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue at this same level. And you may already feel how much quieter this is becoming inside. Not completely empty, but no longer overwhelming in the same way. Not because anything has been forced to stop, but because your body is no longer reacting as if something needs your immediate attention. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, even, consistent, and the exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your body remains in this regulated state, not dropping, not rising, just continuing without needing to keep track of it. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, there's no immediate response forming. No shift away from this level. Just continuation. Notice how your breathing now feels automatic. No adjustment needed. No effort required. And that automatic rhythm is what keeps the system stable. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And each time that longer exhale completes, the body reinforces the same message. Nothing needs to change right now. Your heart rhythm continues at this steady pace. Even, consistent, not accelerating, not reacting. And because of that, The system no longer signals urgency. Thoughts may still appear, but they don't connect into the same loop. They pass through without building momentum. And that's because the physical support for that loop is no longer present. Notice your face again. How the muscles remain at rest. No tightening returning. No expression forming. Just neutral. Steady. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves. Longer. And with that longer exhale, the system continues to stabilize. No new signals rising. No new reactions forming. Just the same steady regulation. Notice your breathing again. How it's maintaining the same pattern without variation, without interruption. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves. Longer again. And after that exhale, there's nothing pushing forward. No urgency building. Just that same level of calm. Your body now recognizes this as something familiar. A state it can return to more easily each time. Without effort, without monitoring. And because of that, everything remains steady. Notice your posture, how your body is positioned. There's no need to adjust it. No need to correct anything. Just allowing it to remain. Inhale arrives. Steady. Exhale leaves. Longer. And with that longer release, the system continues holding this same level. No upward shift. No return to earlier tension. Just consistency. Your thoughts are now more spaced out, less connected, not forming the same patterns. And that spacing is what allows everything to remain grounded. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer again. And each time that pattern repeats, the system reinforces stability further. No new urgency. No new pressure. Just the same steady rhythm. Notice how your body feels overall now. Compared to when this started, less tight, less reactive, more steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains settled. No sudden changes, no unexpected shifts, just continuation. And each time you return to this steady rhythm, your body will recognize it faster and settle more easily into it. Stay here with this same steady rhythm. Inhale, arriving. Exhale, leaving longer. And allowing the system to continue maintaining this state without effort. And you can feel now how much that pressure has already backed off. What felt overwhelming before isn't holding you the same way anymore. Not because anything was forced to stop, but because your body is no longer reacting like something is wrong. Breathing continues. Inhale, arriving, even consistent. And the exhale, leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, the body remains anchored in this stable state, not shifting upward, not pulling away, just remaining. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, there's no reaction forming, no urgency rebuilding, just that same steady baseline. Notice how your breathing now maintains itself. No need to adjust, no need to monitor, and that automatic rhythm is what keeps the system regulated. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And each time that longer exhale completes, the system reinforces the same message. No action required. Your heart rhythm remains even, steady, consistent. No spikes returning, no sudden changes. And because of that, your internal state remains predictable. Predictable means stable. Stable means no urgency. And without urgency, the system does not escalate. Notice your shoulders again, how they remain lowered, no tension returning, no holding forming, just neutral. Steady. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer release, your system remains in this state, continuing on its own without needing anything from you. No change needed, no adjustment required, just continuation. Your thoughts now move at a slower pace, less connected, not forming the same chains, and that reduced pace is what keeps everything grounded. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer again. And after that exhale, there's nothing pushing forward. No internal signal demanding attention. Just the same steady state. Notice your abdomen again, how it remains soft, not bracing, not tightening, and that softness supports the same stability throughout the body. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer exhale, your system remains regulated, not dropping further, not rising again, just continuing. Your breathing is now consistent, your chest steady, your system stable, and that stability continues without effort. Your system stable. And this is something your body can return to more easily each time you come back here. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And each cycle reinforces the same grounded state. No urgency, no pressure, just steady regulation. Notice your overall state now, compared to when this started. Less compressed, less reactive, more steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains steady. No shift away. No return to that earlier loop. Just continuation. And each time you allow your body to come back to this, it becomes easier to settle here again without needing to start from the beginning. Stay here with this same stable rhythm. Inhale, arriving. Exhale, leaving longer. And allowing the system to continue maintaining this state on its own. And you can feel now how steady this has become inside. What was pulling your attention before isn't affecting you in the same way anymore. Not shifting upward, because your body no longer feels the need to react to every passing thought. Just maintaining this level without interruption. Breathing continues. Inhale, arriving, even, and the exhale, leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your body reinforces the same regulated state again. Not deeper, not lighter, just steady, continuing on its own without needing to be controlled. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, there's no follow-up reaction forming, no urgency rebuilding, just continuation. Notice how your breathing now feels predictable. Each cycle similar to the last, no sudden changes, no irregular patterns. And that predictability is what keeps the system steady. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And with that longer exhale, your body remains anchored in this state. No new signals rising, no new reactions forming, just the same rhythm. Your heart rhythm follows that same pattern. Even, consistent, no spikes, no sudden acceleration. And because of that, the system remains calm without needing adjustment. Notice your shoulders again, how they stay lowered. No tension returning, no lifting, just neutral. Steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer release, your body continues maintaining this level, not shifting, not reacting, just holding steady. Your thoughts now move without urgency, appearing and passing without building into anything. And that's because the system is no longer feeding them. Notice your breathing again, how it continues without interruption. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains the same. No change required. No adjustment needed. Just continuation. Your abdomen remains soft. Your chest steady. Your system regulated. And that regulation continues automatically. Your system regulated. And this is something your body can return to more easily each time. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer exhale, the system reinforces stability again. No urgency, no pressure, just steady regulation. Notice your overall state, how consistent it feels now, not fluctuating, not shifting, just stable. Inhale, steady, exhale, longer again. And each time that pattern repeats, the same state continues. No new signals rising, no new reactions forming, just continuation. And each time you return to this steady pattern, your body will recognize it faster and settle into it more easily. And as this continues, your system remains grounded, not needing to change, not needing to adjust, just holding this same level. Stay here with this consistent rhythm. Inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue maintaining this steady state without effort. And you can feel now how steady this has become inside your body. What felt overwhelming before has lost its intensity, even if it hasn't fully disappeared. Not changing, because your body no longer feels the need to react to every signal passing through. Just remaining at this same level. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, even, and the exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your body reinforces this stable state again. Not increasing, not decreasing, just consistent, continuing on its own without needing to be controlled. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, there's no follow-up reaction forming, no urgency rebuilding, just that same steady baseline. Notice how your breathing now feels continuous, each cycle flowing into the next, without interruption, without variation. And that continuity is what keeps the system grounded. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And with that longer exhale, your body remains anchored in this state. No new signals rising, no new reactions forming, just the same rhythm. Your heart rhythm follows this pattern. Even, consistent, no spikes, no sudden acceleration. And because of that, your internal state remains predictable. Notice your shoulders, how they remain lowered, no tension returning, no lifting forming, just neutral, steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer release, your body continues maintaining this level. not shifting, not reacting, just holding steady. Your thoughts now move with minimal connection, appearing and passing without forming the same patterns, and that reduced connection keeps the system stable. Notice your breathing again, how it continues without interruption. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains the same. No change needed. No adjustment required. Just continuation. Your abdomen remains soft, your chest steady, your system regulated, and that regulation continues automatically. Your system regulated, and this is something your body can return to more easily each time you come back here. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer exhale, the system reinforces stability again. No urgency, no pressure, just steady regulation. Notice your overall state, how consistent it feels now. Not fluctuating, not shifting, just stable. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer again. And each time that pattern repeats, the same state continues. No new signals rising. No new reactions forming, just continuation. And each time you return to this steady rhythm, your body will recognize it faster and settle into it more easily. And as this continues, your system remains grounded, not needing to change, not needing to adjust, just holding this same level. Stay here. With this consistent rhythm, inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue maintaining this steady state without effort. And you can feel now how everything has slowed down inside. What was building before no longer has the same hold on you. Not building because your body is no longer responding as if something needs to escalate. Just remaining steady at this level. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, even, consistent. And the exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your system maintains this regulated state, not shifting upward, not pulling away, just holding steady. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted, And after that exhale, there's no reaction forming, no urgency rebuilding, just continuation. Notice how your breathing now feels fully automatic, each cycle repeating without effort. No adjustment needed, no correction required, and that automatic rhythm is what keeps the system grounded. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And with that longer exhale, your body continues holding this level. No new signals rising, no new reactions forming, just the same rhythm. Your heart rhythm remains even, steady, consistent, no spikes, no sudden acceleration, and because of that, your internal state remains stable. Notice your shoulders, how they remain lowered, no tension returning, no lifting forming, just neutral, steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer release, your body continues maintaining this state, not shifting, not reacting, just holding steady. Your thoughts now move without connection, appearing and passing without forming loops. And that absence of looping is what keeps everything stable. Notice your breathing again, how it continues without interruption. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains unchanged. No shift needed. No adjustment required. Just continuation. Your abdomen remains soft. Your chest steady. Your system regulated. And that regulation continues automatically. Your system regulated. And this is something your body can return to more easily each time you come back here. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer exhale, the system reinforces stability again. No urgency, no pressure, just steady, continuing on its own without needing control. Notice your overall state now, how stable it feels, not fluctuating, not shifting, just consistent. Inhale, steady. Exhale, longer again. And each time that pattern repeats, the same state continues. No new signals rising. No new reactions forming. Just continuation. And each time you return to this steady rhythm, your body will recognize it faster and settle into it more easily. And as this continues, your system remains grounded, not needing to change, not needing to adjust, just holding this level. Stay here with this consistent rhythm. Inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue maintaining this stable state on its own. And you can feel now how everything has slowed down inside. What was building before no longer has the same hold on you. Not building because your body is no longer responding as if something needs to escalate. Just remaining steady at this level. Breathing continues. Inhale arriving, even, consistent, and the exhale leaving, longer, more complete. And with that longer exhale, your system maintains this regulated state, not shifting upward, not pulling away, just holding steady. Another inhale enters, quiet, unforced, and leaves again. Long, smooth, uninterrupted. And after that exhale, there's no reaction forming, no urgency rebuilding, just continuation. Notice how your breathing now feels fully automatic, each cycle repeating without effort. No adjustment needed, no correction required. And that automatic rhythm is what keeps the system grounded. Inhale arrives, steady. Exhale leaves, longer again. And with that longer exhale, your body continues holding this level. No new signals rising. No new reactions forming. Just the same rhythm. Your heart rhythm remains even, steady, consistent. No spikes. No sudden acceleration. And because of that, your internal state remains stable. Notice your shoulders, how they remain lowered, no tension returning, no lifting forming, just neutral, steady. Inhale arrives, exhale leaves, longer. And with that longer release, your body continues maintaining this state, not shifting, not reacting, just holding steady. Your thoughts now move without connection, appearing and passing without forming loops. And that absence of looping is what keeps everything stable. Notice your breathing again. how it continues without interruption. Inhale arrives. Steady. Exhale leaves. Longer again. And after that exhale, everything remains unchanged. No shift needed. No adjustment required. Just continuation. Your abdomen remains soft. Your chest steady. Your system regulated. And that regulation continues automatically. Your system regulated. And this is something your body can return to more easily each time you come back here. Inhale arrives. Exhale leaves. Longer. And with that longer exhale, the system reinforces stability again. No urgency. No pressure. Just steady. Continuing on its own, without needing control. Notice your overall state now. How stable it feels. Not fluctuating. Not shifting. Just consistent. Inhale. Steady. Exhale. Longer again. And each time that pattern repeats, the same state continues. No new signals rising. No new reactions forming. Just continuation. And each time you return to this steady rhythm, your body will recognize it faster and settle into it more easily. And as this continues, your system remains grounded, not needing to change, not needing to adjust, just holding this level. Stay here. With this consistent rhythm, inhale arriving, exhale leaving longer, and allowing the system to continue maintaining this stable state on its own.